Tennessee and Auburn, a classic SEC rivalry. Two of the original members of the conference are set to get reacquainted on the gridiron. And there has been some outstanding players featured in this series. Some of the greatest to ever to play the game, like Reggie White, Bo Jackson, Peyton Manning, and Takeo Spikes. Who will be the next superstar? It's the orange and white versus the orange and blue. Only the second time they have met in the last 10 years. SEC Network Football presented by Allstate. And a pleasant good morning or afternoon, depending on where you are. I'm Dave Neal. This is former SEC championship quarterback at Georgia, DJ Shockley. And DJ, here's a chance for Tennessee to snap that 11-game conference losing streak against a team that seems somewhat vulnerable. But if you talk to their head coach, he still thinks they're in the national championship picture. They got to win out, but if they do that, what has to happen?
Well, the guy at the helm has to be better. He has to play with a sense of urgency. Jerrett Stidham is the guy for Auburn. A lot of talk has been about their offensive line. Yeah, they're young. Their running backs are young. But he has to will his team. You see the production from one year to the next. He has to play better, and he will do it today if he finds that run game. But Jerrett Stidham is the key to Auburn's success.
Tennessee wins the toss. They defer, so Auburn will get the football first. That kick will sail into the end zone and out to the 25 it will go. And here comes an Auburn offense led by their quarterback, Jerrett Stidham.
I'm Jerrett Stidham, junior quarterback from Stephenville, Texas. Today, against Tennessee, our offensive goal is to focus on our assignments individually and then collectively as a unit execute at the highest level possible.
And DJ, that's been the theme. In our meetings yesterday, we talked to plenty of coaches, a lot of players, and each individual has to take responsibility to make this work.
Yeah, man to a man, person to person. These guys have to come out and play with that sense of urgency early.
First play, they'll come near side, little sweep, and they'll get it in the hands of the freshman Anthony Schwartz, the man they call Flash, and he'll pick up 9 quick yards.
And you see Auburn going fast. This is where they want to start. If they can find a way to get into rhythm early, it makes their offense really go.
Only 59 plays last week against Mississippi State in that loss, but Tennessee's defense will stand up. No gain on the play as Boobie Whitlow is stopped short of the line to gain. So it'll be 3rd down and short. Remember, this Auburn offense has not run the ball well. I think that's a story we are all familiar with. Less than 100 yards rushing in 3 consecutive games.
Yeah, and this is a big down for them. The last 3 games, they have not been good on 3rd down. 12 of 43 on 3rd down conversions. Big down for Auburn to start this drive.
Whitlow comes back in motion alongside Stidham. They'll hand it to Whitlow, who will pick up 3 yards and the first down. So that'll move the chains. And another thing that Auburn has to do is they have to, for this offense to function, get in that tempo that Gus Malzahn loves.
And that's where they want to live. They want to live in the tempo game, going fast, using their speed to an advantage, catching their defense off guard at times. But they have to pick up big yards on 1st and 2nd down to get that tempo going.
Inside zone has to work for them, but they'll try to attack the edge as Sean Shivers, another freshman, he'll pick up 7, maybe 8 when it's all said and done. 2nd and short.
And here you go, right into the tempo here. You pick up big yards on 1st down. You can jump into this tempo. You can use the rhythm. And I think all these things will help Jerrett Stidham today if they continue to be this way.
Stidham coming near side, just off the fingertips. Looking for Darius Slayton. Another shot that was there.
And if you watch the Mississippi State game on film from last week, he had Darius Slayton wide open in that ball game for a touchdown. He misses Darius Slayton here, and just the rhythm just hasn't been there between him and Slayton, this big play receiver. Those are the plays you have to hit.
Last year, Slayton averaged 22 yards a catch. This year, it's down to 14 on the ground. Whitlow breaks a tackle across midfield. There will be a 1st down, a pickup of 8. One of the concerns for Jeremy Pruitt was how well will his team tackle today?
Yeah, and that's been a big issue for them as well, as getting guys off the field. He talks about the knockback tackles for his defensive guys. They haven't been able to do that.
Cam Martin now in the backfield. They'll fake it to Martin. Quick slant across the middle. Pass is caught. Seth Williams, who they're trying to get more involved, makes his first catch of the game.
Yeah, Seth Williams is another big-time player they try to get the football to. We saw him on the first play. Anthony Schwartz is a guy they want to get the football to as well.
Stidham again looking to throw. Going toward the end zone. Looking for Slayton, incomplete. Boy, this is the exact kind of drive Auburn was hoping to have. They're at 11 plays, 55 yards to start this game.
And Dave, what I love most about this drive is they've had a couple third down situations where they've been able to run the football. And that's been the real probably issue for this team offensively, is being able to run the football, and they're running pretty strong as of right now.
Little reverse. Here comes Schwartz, has a couple of blockers, cuts it back to the 5. He is stuffed at the 3-yard line. It'll be first and goal, Tigers, an 18-yard pickup.
Talk about the creativity from offensive coordinator Chip Lindsey. Getting the football in one of your playmakers in space. Big guys out in the front, your lineman out front blocking. This is the perfect drive if you're an Auburn Tigers fan. You've seen the run game, you've seen the pass game, and the creativity to get the football in your playmakers' hands.
First and goal at the 3. Schwartz goes in motion. Handoff inside. Cam Martin trying to drive to the goal line. He'll be stopped short. Kyle Phillips, the first one there for Tennessee. Cortez Sapp coming in as well. It'll be second and goal from inside the 1.
And you see number 5 right there. Kyle Phillips, a big part of their defensive line. And this is the part of a ball game where they really want to get going, is up front with the O-line and D-line.
3 tight ends. Big boys are on the field now. Toss sweep coming left side. Touchdown, Auburn. Chandler Cox.
Perfect drive for Auburn. Overload on the left side and give it to your big 4-year starter there, Chandler Cox, and it's all downhill. What a perfect drive for Auburn to come in this ball game on their first drive and take it down the field and get points.
Only his second carry of the season for the senior out of Apopka High School in Florida. Point after by Anders Carlson is up and good. The streak continues, the longest in the country at 2:45 now on point afters made. Anthony Schwartz sets it all up for Chandler Cox. Talk about a drive. 14 plays, 75 yards. Long way to go in this one, but Gus Malzahn has to feel pretty good. Talked to us all day yesterday about how he felt they were really close to putting together a drive like this, and what a way to open a game. 10 rushes in that drive of 14 plays, over 5 minutes off the clock, and I think most importantly they converted 3 third downs. That kick will head into the end zone. Been an interesting few days, couple of weeks here on the Plains. For more on the Auburn story, let's go down to Dawn Davenport.
Yeah, Dave, actually been a frustrating few weeks for this Auburn football team. That frustration permeated into the locker room, so much so that senior defensive leader Deshaun Davis called a players-only meeting on Monday. He told us it was open. Everybody could say what they wanted to say, what was on their mind. That all stayed inside the room. He said what needed to be fixed was, and the team felt like that meeting led to a great week of practice full of positive energy. Guys, clearly it worked in that first possession.
And speaking of first possession, Tennessee with a good start as they go with Ty Chandler. He'll take it out over the 40, close to the 43-yard line. How about 18 yards right out of the gate?
Yeah, number the cutback run here. Another great job of the vision of this run, and a tough physical run there. Getting to the third level of this Auburn defense, and not many guys are used to running through this Auburn defense like so, but he did a great job there.
Jordan in the backfield gets the handoff left side. He is thrown to the ground by Marlon Davidson, only a yard. Jarrett Garantano, the redshirt sophomore, coming out of high school, considered the number 4 dual threat quarterback in the country. You see his numbers on the year 2 weeks ago against Georgia. 13 of 21, 143, 2 TDs, no interceptions. Really did a nice job handling the offense. Just not enough firepower against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Jerrett hasn't played awful. He's actually done a great job taking care of the football, most important thing.
4-man rush. Garantano stands in there. Underneath it goes to Jordan. He'll be close to the first down. They'll spot it right at the marker. Deshaun Davis chases him down. A pickup of 19.
And that's Tennessee using the matchup to their advantage. You got a fast guy in Tim Jordan on a linebacker in Deshaun Davis, who is their leader in it, but he does not match up well with Tim Jordan in space, and does a great job of Garantano just checking it down, not trying to force the football down the field, and you pick up a big first down.
And it is just a big play for this offense. Needed a spark. They got it. And you can see what's happening here. They'll run inside, kick it outside. Run inside, kick it outside. There goes Jordan. He'll have another first down. He'll be spotted at the 29-yard line. Daniel Thomas pushes him out of bounds, but 18 more yards.
A big run here. Number 73, Trey Smith, right on the edge, does a great job of blocking Marlon Davison, and now he has that edge to run around the outside, and a great job of blocking up front. Trey Smith considered one of their top linemen, and Tim Jordan has definitely been getting it done for Tennessee and been probably the most consistent guy offensively from Jeremy Pruitt.
Ty Chandler back in the game. Well, we've seen plays of 18, 19, 18 on this drive. Thrown down at the 25-yard line. Ty Chandler on that carry.
This is a Tennessee team coming off an off week. You think about going through an off week, you have time to prepare, you have time to have a couple new wrinkles put in. And this is a perfect drive for Tennessee, besides the penalty, to give them some confidence coming off the off week, saying some of the things they work on are actually working.
Well, one thing Auburn's been able to really count on, even despite giving up some rush yards to Nick Fitzgerald last week, is this defense has been solid. They still are among the best in the country statistically. Garantano nowhere to go. He'll be dropped at the 25. No gain on the play. Marlon Davidson read it well. He alongside Dontavius Russell. Boy, that front four for Auburn, so good.
And now you got a big 3rd and 6 situation here for Jerrett Garantano and his Tennessee offense. Can they find a way to pick up this, or do you not force the football because you already have a field goal in your back pocket? You're close. Don't do anything to hurt yourself here. You see the 3rd down conversion for Tennessee, not really well, but a big chance to pick up a first down.
3rd down and 6. Big Cat Bryant, number 1 for Auburn, lines up on the edge. Looks like they might be bringing some heat. They'll back off, bring 4. Quick slant looking for Callaway. It is incomplete. So here comes the kicking unit for Tennessee. Jamel Dean steps up there and will get credit for the pass broken up.
It's a great job here of not panicking on the outside, getting that hand in there right at the end. Jamel Dean right there. Great job of making a play on the football and forcing this 4th down field goal.
Zamaglia will step in to attempt the field goal from 42. 4 of 4 this year. Made 11 of 13 last year. He is 1 out of 1 beyond 40 yards. This one on the way, and it will certainly get the job done. So a good answer for Tennessee. Some big plays, got it down into Auburn territory, and they get 3 out of it. 5:24 to go, opening frame. We had a chance to spend some time with the boys and girls from SEC Nation last night at Alan Green's house, the athletic director of Auburn. It was great. Tim Tebow was there, and he picks up a name tag, and Charles Barkley stopped the entire proceeding and said, "What? Tim Tebow needs a name tag?" It was hilarious. Charles was great. Good to be around him and all the folks from SEC Nation. That will stay in the end zone, out to the 25-yard line. Malik Miller in the backfield, but Stidham will throw it near side. Ryan Davis makes the catch. They will spot him close to the 40. That'll be a first down. Pick up a 15.
One thing I asked Chip Lindsey yesterday, would you attempt more first down passes to get yourself in rhythm? He said absolutely, and we see it on his first drive, getting going.
Trying to set up a little screen to the outside. They do so to Malik Miller. bust out of the pack of players to the 40 and dropped at the 38-yard line. A big 22-yard pickup for the Auburn offense. Kyle Phillips and Alontae Taylor chase him down.
Well, another way to get one of your playmakers the ball in space, and big lineman out blocking. Great run.
Here's Chandler Cox, the fullback. He's to the 32 and walloped right there. Give him 6 yards. Helmet comes off.
And this is pretty unfortunate for Auburn because they love to go fast, and the helmet comes off. You have to slow it down a little bit. Nigel Warrior, they're coming off the football field. But Auburn moving at a frantic pace here in this first quarter.
Inside handoff, Miller breaks a tackle. He's to the 20 and knocked out of bounds at the 15-yard line. 17 more yards. Missed tackle by Alexis Johnson on the inside allowed the big gain.
Dave, you talked about it on the first series. The big issue for Tennessee, missed tackles.
Quick snap, they'll fake it. Stidham nowhere to run. He's coming near side and will get out of bounds. Boy, Jeremy Pruitt told us they have worked extensively in their off week on trying to go back to fundamentals. Tackle, tackle, tackle. They have had some big misses today. He's got to be happy with his offensive drive so far.
Offensively, you did a good job of going down the field and responding to what Auburn did. Now your defense has to bow its neck here and force the field goal.
2nd down and 8. Stidham keeps it inside the 5. 1st down Auburn. Daniel Patulli making the tackle, but here they go. Quick tempo. They'll hand it off to Malik Miller. Nowhere to go in the middle of that line.
Well, we've seen positivity out of this Auburn offense already. We've seen Jerrett Stidham pull it a couple times and be more aggressive. We've seen him try to force the football down the field. The run game has been really productive. What you work on from one week to the next is definitely transferring over for Auburn here in these first 2 drives.
Gus Malzahn now in his 6th year at Auburn. 10-4 last year, 7-1 in the conference. They'll pitch it to Miller. He is bottled up and nowhere to go. Maybe a yard. There's Paul Bain making the play. Former walk-on who earned a scholarship right before the season.
You're talking about bowing your neck. Tennessee, Auburn's run up and down the field these first 2 drives, but now a chance for you to get off the field and force this field goal attempt if you can stop them here on a big 3rd and goal.
Stidham knocked away at the last moment. Excellent play on the back end from Bryce Thompson. And here comes the Auburn field goal units. Boy, Tennessee stood tall on a 1st and goal and forcing a field goal.
Dave, I thought he was a half a second late. He has the look. He's sitting right there for him, and as he tries to get outside, he has to get those shoulders around fast enough. Sal Cannella, I think he leaked right back inside. He had a chance to give it to him a second earlier. What a great job there of breaking that football up with Bryce Thompson.
Anders Carlson from 20 yards out, far hash mark. That one will split the uprights. 9 plays, 73 yards.
And Dave, we saw Pillage Price in there, a good friend of mine, and I never knew where he got his name from. But he said his mom saw a moving company and they near in his hood and liked it so much that he called him without equal, matchless.
Here we've got a good one. 10-3. Auburn out in front after the field goal. Garantano will dump it off underneath. That one goes to Dominic Wood Anderson, the junior college transfer, the #1 ranked JC tight end a year ago.
One thing that's emphasized for Tennessee in their off week was 1st down execution. Being good on 1st down. Coach Pruitt said they had too many 0 or negative yardage plays on 1st down. And so far they've done a pretty good job of being good on 1st down.
Big plays have been there. They just haven't been able to connect. See what they do here on 2nd down and 6. Straight ahead handoff. Boy, nothing is there. Marlon Davidson, the first one there on that crew. He just went nose to nose with Chandler.
Marlon Davidson, one of the players on their team they love because of his active at the defensive line. Very active up front. He does a great job of getting upfield. He's a very physical player. And they've done a great job, a pretty good job for Auburn so far.
Boy, nice pick right out of the air from Juwan Jennings. He'll have the first down. Boy, talk about great hands. That was a bullet, and he just snagged it.
One of the more sure-handed players Tennessee has from the wide-out position. Talk about the size of it, 6'3", 221 pounds. Big physical receiver on the outside. Wasn't afraid to go in the middle and snag it for a big first down on third down.
Redshirt junior out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, with his 13th catch of the year, second on the team. Tim Jordan back in the game at tailback. Boy, plenty of time to throw. Boy, miscommunication out there on the far side. Cedric Tillman, the freshman, tangled up with Jamel Dean.
We talked to Coach Pruitt and we asked him, what do you like about your offense? What are some things they do really well? He talked about the ability to challenge balls, as we just saw Juwan Jennings do there. Really good in 50-50 chances when the ball's in the air. It's going to be a physical game today. Those receivers are going to be a big part of it in the run and pass game.
Garantano hit as he throws. Pass is caught down at the 35 by Jordan Murphy. They're going to say incomplete now. Murphy says, no way, I had it.
We get a good angle at it right here. He does a great, well, look at him go up and get the football. Does he control it all the way through to the ball? And you can see the ball hit the ground right there. Great call by the back judge there.
Jeremiah Denson with the big hit. Denson was huge last week. 15 tackles from his safety spot a week ago. Third down and 10. Bringing some heat. Garantano gets it away. Oh, Callaway goes up to make the catch. 30-yard pickup.
Hey, we just talked about it. Going up on Jamel Dean on the coverage, challenging the football in the air, the 50-50 chances. And look at him attack this football at the highest point. And able to get 1 foot, 2 feet down. That's good on Sundays, Dave.
That'll do it for the first quarter of football here at Jordan-Hare Stadium. This series started in 1900. They have had some great battles over the years. It is renewed today for only the second time in the last decade. Watching SEC Network football presented by Allstate, and that guy just brought us one of the highlights of the day so far. Marquez Callaway with a great catch. On third down, they pick up 30 yards. He's their guy, leads them in receptions. Still looking for his first touchdown catch of 2018. They'll swing it out to Davis. Davis pushed out of bounds on the far side. Will Ignat pushes him out after a gain of 6.
Because of the success on first down, you ramp up the tempo. Jerrett Stidham seems to be in a good rhythm here in the first half.
13-15 to play, second quarter. Pressure comes on Stidham. Throws as he tries to hit the turf, and it's picked off at the 41-yard line. Bryce Thompson comes up with the interception.
Not the play you wanted from your veteran quarterback, forcing the football, going to the ground. Well suited just to throw this football away. And nothing happening on the outside, and forcing the football, just a bad throw there by Jerrett Stidham. He'll do a better job there of just throwing the football away.
former high school wide receiver. Started at cornerback 2 weeks ago against Georgia. Starting again this week. Comes up with the interception. Couple of yards on that carry. Let's go down to Dawn.
Well, Dave, we saw Jameer Johnson come off hobbling on that right ankle. He's still in the injury tent, hasn't headed back to the locker room. But remember, though, offensive coordinator Tyson Helston told us that he needed his O-line to play angry today, and he pointed out Johnson as one of those guys that brings that demeanor. I'll update you when we know more.
Thank you, Dawn. Not a whole lot of depth on that O-line, that is for sure. Tim Jordan in the game at running back. Garantano, little high, trying a little slip screen to Juwan Jennings, incomplete. And with 11:56 to go in the second quarter, let's head to the studio. Peter.
All right, Dave, Neal, we were wondering, you guys talked about it. Would there be a little hangover for Florida after the emotional victory against LSU? How about this? Kyle Sherman and Keyshawn Vaughn, he gone 75 yards to the house. Vanderbilt now up 14-3 on the Gators to the start of the second quarter.
Wow. Whoa. Big news in Nashville.
Wow.
Good one here. 10-3 Auburn out in front. Third down. Garantano fires a bullet, caught first down at the 43-yard line. Juwan Jennings with another big-time catch.
And here's the arm talent you talk about with Jerrett Stidham. That window is so small to fit that football into. He throws with anticipation. Here's Juwan Jennings. As soon as he comes out of that break, those are the plays that are hard to coach if you're a quarterback. You either have it or you don't.
Former Mr. Tennessee football in the state showing his skill set today with 2 excellent catches. On a first down and 10, nowhere to run. Tim Jordan brought down by Chandler Wooten.
This Auburn defense has taken it upon themselves as a challenge after what happened to them last week. Around the country, they're known as a defensive front that doesn't allow you to run the football, been very stout, and they're still number 6 in the country. But this defense was a little exposed last week by Nick Fitzgerald.
Nicky Fitz has exposed a lot of defenses. Second down and 10. Garantano over the middle. Ty Chandler. It's a race to the end zone, and he wins it. 42 yards.
Just a great, he does an outstanding job of recognition. They brought the corner blitz away from the back. Nobody picks up Chandler running right through the middle. And what a response there. After getting the field goal blocked, to getting the football back after the interception. Pretty big response.
The extra point to tie it up. It is good. 10-10 our score. 10:44 to play in the second quarter.
Here's Ty Chandler. You get coming off the edge. He runs right through the middle. Nobody takes him as he goes through the middle of the seam. What a big-time throw and recognition by this offense. And tied all up here, Jordan Hare, 10-all.
Jeremy Pruitt has to be happy with that quick change offense. They get a field goal blocked, and then the very next play, Stidham throws an interception, and the offense able to strike on the touchdown pass to that man, Ty Chandler. And we are tied at 10. Remember, this Tennessee team played Georgia pretty well. They were only down 12 late in the third quarter, and Georgia stepped on it for a couple touchdowns. A short kick, bobbled and dropped. Oh, boy. Boy, the emotion on that side of the field right now. Jeremy Pruitt talked about it post-game yesterday, loves his team's attitude. Here's Whitlow. He'll take the inside handoff out to the 24-yard line, pick up 3 yards.
I believe this drive is just as big for not just his Auburn offense, but for Jerrett Stidham. 2 big interceptions. He has to play better. He has to make better decisions with the football in his hand.
Stidham 9 out of 14, 106 yards, and those 2 picks. Bringing some heat. Stidham will stand in the pocket, throws a bullet on a comeback route. Schwartz, he's a track star, one of the fastest in the world. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Auburn. "76 yards, and once he turned the corner, bye-bye."
That is speed on speed on speed. You're talking about Theo Jackson had the angle, and he just outruns him. Flash is what they call him. Scorch is what I think we should call him now.
Yeah.
How fast that was.
Anthony Scorch. He's just a freshman, folks. Jerrett Stidham found him on a comeback, and bye-bye.
Unbelievable curl route that he takes for the distance. Speed on top of speed for Schwartz.
The true freshman out of Florida went to American Heritage High School. Didn't really join the team until August because of his track skills. And folks, when I say he's one of the fastest in the world, I'm not kidding. You see his 10.09 100-meter time. It's best in the world this year. I mean, that is something else to watch him run.
These 2 QBs in this ball game, yards per completion, Tennessee 20.2, Auburn 18.2.
Kickoff will sail into the end zone. Let's see how Tennessee responds. So they need to pick up just shy of 20 yards here. They'll swing it near side. Here's Chandler. He's run out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
Drive before half, so drive before the end of a ball game. The first play is the most critical to set yourselves up positively going into that second down play, giving Jerrett a nice, easy completion. Now with 38 seconds, plenty of time to get in the field goal range. Still have that timeout in your pocket as well.
Pressure comes. Garantano down the middle looking for Jennings. Incomplete. Good coverage on the back end by Jeremiah Denson, who was stride for stride with Jennings. That'll stop it at 33 seconds. So the #1 ranked junior college tight end in the country heading to the bench with 33 seconds to go. They'll go 3 by 1, 3 to the far side. Garantano in an empty look. First down at the 35-yard line. A pickup of 10. 28 seconds to go.
You see the concise throw there, knowing where to go with the football. Great play call there to get him going.
To the outside. That pass is caught. Jordan Murphy backpedals out of bounds. 22 seconds. You've got a 4-minute offense, a 2-minute offense, and a 1-minute offense.
You take a shot in the end zone here.
Davis on a blitz. They pick it up. That ball's batted and tapped and knocked to the turf. Oh, that was close. The big boys up front almost had themselves an interception. Big Cat Bryant getting in there.
And one thing Coach Steele does, you get close to the end zone, they close to field goal range, he brings a little pressure, and you can't get to the quarterback. D linemen are always taught Big Cat Bryant, get your hands up. At 6'5", 253, he's in the way of a lot of quarterbacks' eyes.
Third down and 3 from the 29-yard line. Garantano near side, looking for Callaway out of bounds. Igbenogany on the coverage. And here comes the field goal unit.
Igbenogany played that football really well. Just forced him into the sideline. Marquez Callaway gives no room, and you can see a little tug in there. There's always going to be a little tug and pulling by those defensive backs.
So a 45-yard attempt. The last one was blocked. And it is right through the uprights. Tennessee will take the 3, cut it to 4. 17-13 our tally after 30 minutes of football. Jerrett Stidham, 10 of 16, 182. Garantano, 11 of 19, 155. Total yards for Auburn, pretty impressive at 290. And Tennessee has put up 194 yards of offense. Let's go down to Don.
Well, Coach, 2 interceptions from Jerrett Stidham, but almost 300 yards of total offense. How would you assess what you got out of that
I think you just said it. You know, the 2 interceptions or the 2 turnovers are really the key, or we'd be winning this thing by a lot more. We got to do a better job protecting the football. I think we've been in a rhythm offensively. We need to continue that in the second half.
Defensively, gave up a couple of explosive plays. What's the adjustment on the back?
Yeah, we just got to clean it up. You know, they have a week off. They had a couple good schemes. We need to adjust at halftime.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dawn. So our score here at the break, Auburn 17, Tennessee 13. Time for the studio. Let's get it to the guys and their fearless leader, Peter Burns. You're watching SEC Network football presented by Allstate. 17-13 Auburn out in front, the 21st ranked team in America, getting all they want from Tennessee after one half of football. Dave Neal back alongside DJ Shockley. And DJ, if you're Auburn, you're up 17-13 here, but what is going through Gus Malzahn's mind right now?
I think he wants to find a way to establish that consistency with his offense. Obviously, they've been up and down. They had a mixed bag. Jerrett Stidham has a couple interceptions, but they ran the ball really well. They've been good on the perimeter runs. They have to find ways to take care of the football here in the second half because they cannot afford to give Tennessee extra possessions.
On the flip side, if you're Jeremy Pruitt, you got to feel good. We're in this. My quarterback's playing pretty well today. My guys are making some plays.
Yeah, and Tennessee has come in and they've been, I think, the more dominant team up front. They've pushed the pocket. They've done a great job of throwing the football down the field, creating explosive plays. And like you said, Jerrett Garantano has done a great job taking care of the football. He has to do that here in the second half.
And Tennessee will get the ball first to start the second half. .33 plays on offense for Tennessee, 39 plays for Auburn. And a fair catch called for. So first down and 10 from the 25. We'll start with Chandler in the backfield. And he may have lost a yard on the play. Look at our first half stats, and not much happening in the run game for Tennessee. Just the Tigers have clamped down after what was a disappointment in the run game last week. But 2 turnovers by Jerrett Stidham has allowed Tennessee to put 7 points on the board.
Yeah, that's the glaring stat for me, is a veteran quarterback turning the football over multiple times, helping Tennessee get 7 points on the board. But at the half, you were still up.
They'll swing it out here to Chandler. Cuts it back to the middle of the field, and he is chased down by Marlon Davidson. Let's go down to Dawn.
Well, Dave, we are not going to see Tennessee tight end Dominic Wood-Anderson back on the field. He is done for the day with a lower body injury. I talked to head coach Jeremy Pruitt. He's not a happy ball coach. He said his message to his team, the same as it is every single week, we have got to execute. But he said we shot ourselves in the foot offensively. We have busted coverage. We leave a guy open. Guys, he's challenging his team to be better here in the second half.
Just clean it up. Heard that quite a bit from him this week. Going up top, passes caught again by Callaway. Almost identical to what we saw in the first half. Javaris Davis back there in coverage, but a 25-yard gain.
You can't say enough about where this football is. Look at the ball placement. The little back shoulder throw where his receiver can come back and get the football. Javaris Davis unable to locate the football. but another big-time throw from Jerrett Stidham.
Big Cat Bryant comes in, trips him up. A sophomore out of Cordele, Georgia. Having, just kind of spot plays for Big Cat. When you're behind guys like Davidson and Nick Coe, not going to be a whole lot of snaps for you.
And that's why when you're on the field, you have to be productive. You have to find your ways to be active up front. And Big Cat is a guy, we've called his name a few times because he makes a lot of plays.
Second down. Right through the hands of Callaway. A little too hot off the hands of Garantano.
3rd and 10 here. Jerrett's been pretty good on 3rd down. He's thrown into some tight windows and made some really solid throws. Another big 3rd down for him and the Tennessee offense. Let's try to keep these chains moving.
One thing they have hit a couple of times today on 3rd and long is the back shoulder throw to Callaway on the far side of the field. And that is where Callaway goes. Dime package for Auburn. 6 defensive backs on the field. 4-man rush. They'll come near side. Looking for Palmer. Spins, twist, and makes a catch. My goodness, what a grab from Josh Palmer. 36 yards.
You're talking about a sigh of relief right there. Javaris Davis on the coverage, has real good coverage, but the ball placement and accuracy is #1 for Jerrett Stidham. Look where this football lands, outside and away from the defensive back. Palmer, great job of holding his point at the top of that route. And like you said, another big 3rd down conversion for Tennessee.
That's the throw they like on 3rd and long. Throw it up, let their guys go make a play. 1st down and 10. Wildcat formation with Jordan. No gain on the play.
And Dave, you got to give offensive coordinator Tyson Helton a lot of credit because they're averaging less than 2 yards a rush, but they're continuing to stay with the run game, continuing to force the issue. The run game is huge. You still have to have an inkling of it. And right now, the run game is almost non-existent, but you still have to try to run the football.
Well, Garantano has been impressive today. He's thrown for 240 yards. First time this year he's gone over 200 yards. His career high is 242 at Kentucky a year ago. That pass is caught, but right at the line of scrimmage. Chandler is met. Jeremiah Denson pushes him out of bounds. One thing I'll say about this, now you could say banged up with Jameer Johnson out. This O-line, at least in the pass game, has given Garantano, for the most part, some time to throw the football today.
And he has, and he's done a great job of getting rid of football at times, too. He hasn't holding on to the football, knowing they have some deficiencies up front.
It is a young group. Both these teams have been struggling with experience up front. Garantano toward the end zone. Jennings! Touchdown, Tennessee! What a grab! 25 yards.
And guess who's going to get paid out for it? Jerrett Stidham. He's going to get a roughing the passer on the back end. He held in there to the last possible moment to let this football go. And I tell you, I've been impressed with the accuracy of him throwing the football down the field, hanging in there, taking some shots. And he's going to be rewarded with a big touchdown.
We are seeing Jerrett Garantano at his absolute finest in a Tennessee uniform.
And you see come in at the end, and you can see the contact up high. But look at the fearlessness of Jerrett to hang in there to the last possible moment and drops an absolute dime to Jawan Jennings.
DJ, can't overlook the fact that these receivers are going up and making plays. Garantano in that last drive, 5 out of 6, 75 yards. Just incredible performance by Jerrett Garantano. Extra point is good. It is a 20-17 lead. Guys making plays. Offense moving. They converted 3 third downs and then hit him with this home run to Jawan Jennings. Well, that's the sign of the day here at Jordan-Hare Stadium. That young man hopes he's not shaving before their next victory. Right now, Tennessee out in front. Remember, trying to snap that 11-game conference losing streak that dates back to November of 2016. Here on the road, up by 3. Garantano in this offense having a hard time running, but in the pass game, they have hit 18 out of 27 for 265. And after that roughing the passer penalty, Tennessee tries for the onside kick, and it's a mad scramble. Auburn's going to get it, but boy, was that close to being Tennessee football.
Look at Coach Pruitt. I mean, you can feel the energy. You can see the excitement of it. And what a call here. Kicking it into the end zone doesn't do much for you. You got a chance right here. 3 or 4 guys have their hand on the football. Wow, that was close to being real game-changing moment right there.
3:21 to go, third quarter. And it is eerily quiet here at Jordan-Hare Stadium. They'll hand it off to Boobie Whitlow, and he'll get it out close to the 30. And with that, let's go downstairs to Dawn.
Dave, so much talk from this Auburn coaching staff this week about tempo, and that's exactly what running backs coach Tim Horton told this sideline. He said, we're trying to go fast, we're helping each other up, we're lackadaisical, get up, get ready, go, go, go.
2nd down and 5. See if they can get some tempo here, if they get some positive yards. Stidham, no time to throw, and he'll be dropped. Lost the football. It's on the turf. Still on the turf, scooped up by Tennessee. Touchdown, Volunteers. Alontae Taylor comes out of there with the football in a mad scramble, and the Vols pick up 6. Alexis Johnson was hanging on to Stidham.
And it started up front, Dave. The pressure started early, and Stidham doing a bad job of holding on to the football. You can see the pressure come right up through the middle. Stidham has one hand on it, and the last guy comes through and knocks that football loose, and Auburn has a chance to get on it. Jonathan Kongbo with the initial pressure coming up the middle. Whitlow with that shoulder that's hurting, trying to get on it. Second half. The turnovers are going to be a big part of this ball game, and we see it rearing his head right here in this third quarter.
Samaglio to attempt the point after. Kick is on the way, and it is good. And Tennessee has scored 14 points off of Auburn turnovers. Jeremy Pruitt loving it. His team up 10 on the road with 2:34 to go in the third quarter.
And Dave, here's the moment where it could be a changing of the guard for this Tennessee team. They can finally believe that they belong and they can play with teams like Auburn.
That is a tough break for the Tigers in the run game for sure. Fielded at the 1. Igbenogany has 1 kickoff return for a touchdown this year, and he'll be down around the 22-yard line. Fireworks in Nashville. Fireworks going on here at Auburn. Carry by Malik Miller. So the clock moves as Kongbo is taken off the field. It is 2nd down and 6. Stidham comes near side. Davis can't handle it.
Dave, here's a big third down for Auburn. And you want to put a lot of emphasis on a season, but this drive means a lot for their season. They're not able to come up with a couple first downs here just to give their defense a little rest.
This time, Stidham has the opportunity to throw, and the pass is caught to Seth Williams. Still on his feet down to the 40-yard line with a second effort. 23-yard pickup.
And while they jump into tempo, look what no pressure does to Jerrett Stidham. He's able to step in there and throw the football with pace.
Trying to set up a quick tunnel screen over there to Ryan Davis, and through his hands. DJ, are they making this more difficult than it should be?
Absolutely. This is a 5-yard throw that you should easily be able to put on the chest of your receiver and give him a chance. That's the #1 rule as a quarterback when you're throwing these type of little short passes. Give him a chance. And we've seen it a couple times. He just has not given his receiver a chance to catch the football and do anything with it.
Boy, had to sidearm sling it this time. He does get it to Davis, and he'll take it to the 35-yard line. I like the little pump fake and then a little sidearm sling. That'll pick up 10.
Whatever way to get it there is the best way to get it there. Sometimes you got to change your arm angle because of pressure, guys in your face. And I like the stationary throw there to Ryan Davis. Not coming at you, not moving. Just give him a chance, and you can see when he gets the football, he's going to make something positive happen.
4 catches today for Davis. He's been targeted 7 times. Third down coming up from the 35. They got to get it inside the 30. Quarterback draw. Stidham dropped. Might have even lost a yard. And that'll be the final play of the third quarter. A quarter that belonged to Tennessee.
At the end of the third quarter, the score Tennessee 20.
Think he's fired up? 11-game conference losing streak. They've never done that in the history of the program. Trying to snap it on the road at Auburn. Fourth quarter football on the other side. Well, Gus Malzahn going to attempt the long field goal from Anders Carlson, the redshirt freshman, of course, the younger brother of Daniel Carlson, the all-time leading scorer here for Auburn. He is 9 out of 16 on the year. Does have a long of 53 in the opener against Washington. This will be from 54. Out of the hold of Ian Shannon. And he blasts this one way off to the right. Tennessee gets the stop. They will get the football. Up 10. On first down from midfield, Garantano has a man near side. Palmer. It'll be first and goal, Tennessee. 42 yards.
Tyson Helton, offensive coordinator of these Tennessee Volunteers, has kept his foot on the pedal and comes out and takes a shot right off the bat. And Jerrett Stidham once again giving his guy a chance to go up and make a play on the football. And Smokey Monday, who was in for Jeremiah Denson, they attack him early.
316 yards through the air, a career high, a career game in general for Garantano, who has been red hot. Handed off right side, nothing there. But Garantano, 20 out of 29, 316, a couple of touchdowns. Hadn't thrown for over 200 yards this year. His previous high was against Kentucky, 242 last year.
And Dave, there are some points in a season where a quarterback, the light comes on for you. And today looks like the day for Jerrett.
Chris Doring, back in our studio, felt like Tennessee was going to win, and he said that this guy, Jerrett Garantano, was going to have a career high 20-plus completions today. And his club knocking on the door, up 10, toss sweep. Jordan trying to shake free, but a lot of blue jerseys grabbing onto his number 9. He'll pick up 4. McClain coming in there to finish things off, but it'll be 3rd and goal from about the 3.
I think you leave the ball in the hands of your quarterback, who's played really good today, made good decisions. You're a couple yards away from really blowing this game up here, but Jerrett has done a great job in these moments of making great decisions.
Garantano overshot Josh Palmer, and now it'll be 4th down, and here comes the field goal unit. So even a made field goal here still keeps it as a 2-possession game. Smaglia has hit from 42 and 45, but was blocked from 48 by big Marlon Davidson, who left the game. He's still hobbling, but he is on the field, big number 3. He'll line up right in the middle. He has had blocks in back-to-back games. This one will be from 20 yards. There he is. Keep an eye on him. Kick is on the way. It is dead, solid, perfect. Folks, that is 20 unanswered for Tennessee. They have stretched this out to 13. A big pitch and catch. Josh Palmer inside the 10-yard line sets up the field goal. Back in a moment. Well, Auburn has really struggled here in the second half. Take a look at this drive chart. It is not pretty. It has been a struggle since they started the second half. Of course, the fumble led to a scoop and score. But a punt, a fumble, missed field goal, a punt. So, DJ, my question is, how do you shake that off and create some yards down the field?
You have to go back to what made you really good in that first half, or even that first drive of the game where you were mixing it up, throwing it over. They got to get back to that consistency part of their offense.
Here's Schwartz trying to get some space to use that speed. Oh, and he is caught. Somebody got him by the shoestrings around the 30, and it was just enough to slow down Flash. Daniel Batuli will get credit for the tackle, but that was close.
And that's exactly how they started the ball game to get him going.
1st down and 10. Stidham all day to throw. Going deep, has a man right through his hands. Darius Slayton. Oh, my goodness. That was 6.
Dave, he's running into the end zone, telling the band to strike it up because it was 6 points easily. At the last moment, looks like he just takes his eyes off of it. But that is big play written all over it. And that gets Auburn right back into the ball game if he makes that play.
Hey, look, Stidham has had some throws we have called out, some decisions he's made. That one was right in the breadbasket.
Money.
Again, Stidham stands in there. Nothing downfield. Will swing it out to Schwartz, who gets it to midfield. He'll be shy. And Schwartz looks like he's the guy to make plays for him right now.
Yeah, don't force the football here. Schwartz is the guy underneath you. You find him, you hit him. Let him make some plays for you.
Hard running from Malik Miller. He'll have enough for the 1st down. Hit by Emmett Gooden. That'll be a gain of 3. And they'll move the chains.
And here's the most important start of each drive is this 1st down play. If they can have a successful 1st down play, it gets them going into that tempo, in that rhythm in which Auburn wants to be.
Plenty of room for Miller. Cuts it back, hit inside the 40, dropped at the 39. Sean Schamberger making the play, gain of 6.
2nd down.
Stidham now feels like, it looks like he's getting a little bit of a rhythm. Canella gets open. He'll have a 1st down. Stidham will throw it away as he is pushed out of bounds. Pressure came from Darren Kirkland, the junior out of Indianapolis.
You got 7 minutes to go in this ball game. You're down a couple scores. There's plenty of time. And one thing to remember, we talked about in that third quarter, that timeout. That one timeout you had to blow, does that come back to haunt you here late in the game?
Yeah, coming out on a change of possession before they could snap it. Had to call a timeout. Stidham, little quarterback draw, and he will get it to the 25 and thrown down to the turf there. First down line is right around the 20, gain of 6. Kirkland with another stop.
But once again, comes up on a big third down here. You have to convert. You're in field goal range, but right now you're down 2 scores. You need to go in and get 6 points, and this is a huge third down.
Quick throw. Canella had it, lost it. Throw was a little bit high. Tennessee there to make a play. Marquill Osborne coming over to shake it loose.
And Dave, the bigger part of that picture was Canella doesn't get to the first down marker. Even if he catches it, it's not a first down.
4th down. This may be a game here. I mean, there's 6:28, but certainly this is a impactful decision right here by Gus Malzahn. 4th down. Stidham will be dropped. DeAndre Johnson with a 4th down sack, and Tennessee will have the football.
Yep. What a big sack there from DeAndre Johnson, coming up with that huge sack. And here's DeAndre here. He's going to come all the way inside and loop inside to make this sack. And the center just misses him. Number 52, Nick Brams, doesn't see him come around, and big sack on 4th down for Tennessee.
The Vols will try to chew up some clock. They'll stay on the ground. Ty Chandler. Here's what's at stake for this Tennessee team. Of course, their first win versus Auburn since '99. Their first one on the road at Auburn here inside Jordan-Hare Stadium since '98. It'll be their first conference win since they beat Missouri back in November of 2016.
You're talking about a boost for Jared Guntano, for Jeremy Pruitt, this whole entire program. This is big for them going forward.
Garantano all day to throw. Coming near side, pass is dropped. It was there, but dropped out of bounds. That'll stop it at 4:20. Looking for Josh Palmer, and with that, let's go downstairs to Dawn.
Hey, Dave and DJ, remember Jeremy Pruitt told us he challenged Jarrett Garantano to show more personality? Yep, at the halfway point of the season here. Said it's all about how he goes about his business. The team should take on his personality. Let me tell you, his team has taken on his personality on the sideline in this game. You can feel the energy in this Vols team.
It helps when you're having the kind of day he is. A career afternoon, 20 of 31, 316, 2 TDs, and no picks. But a 3rd and 10 here. High throw, pass is caught. That'll be a first down for Tennessee. Right around the 40-yard line. Eli Wolf playing in place of the injured tight end, Dominic Wood-Anderson, comes up with a big catch.
Dave, I can't count on my finger how many times we've seen a 3rd and 8 or more, and Jerrett in this offense come up with a big-time conversion. He stood in there time and time again after taking tons of licks today, and has just been fearless and put this team on his back pretty much today.
Under 4 minutes to go. First down and 10. Davis, first one there to make the tackle, gain of only a yard. Ty Chandler with the carry. Chandler today, 16 rushes, 50 yards. Jordan, 11 carries, 27 yards. Tennessee's only rushed for 71 yards. It's hard to believe that they're under 100, but they have stuck with it.
And Dave, the biggest part of it is when you run the ball consistently, you force another guy to come down in the box. You force an extra defender, and then when they have to throw the football, you have those one-on-one opportunities.
Student body left. Nothing there. Loss of a yard. Javaris Davis, first one there.
I like that call there, Dave. That's a throwback call there.
Down 5 from the 35.
You had a feeling on the phone, but you never know how these things play out. But Jeremy Pruitt had some confidence about his bunch this week. And Auburn, listen, let's face it, they got some problems, and they're going to have to address those.
And, Dave, we had Tennessee early in the year when they faced Utah.
Whether it's on the field or in the locker room, there are some things that probably need to be handled across the board, because this is when things. Here's a team that certainly was a top 10 team, people thinking they had a shot to be in the college football playoff, and it is completely unraveled. It is just completely unraveled. Tennessee will not attempt the long field goal. Doyle looks like he'll just end over end punt it, try to get a favorable roll, and he does. Davis falls on it around the 12. So a long way to go and a short time to get there for the Auburn Tigers.
Seems like Tennessee receivers wanted just a little bit more.
Trying to set up. Malik Miller makes one tackle. We'll get it out to the 17. The clock runs. Gains 5. Pass is caught. There is Seth Williams. He'll have a first down around the 32-yard line.
Doesn't get any easier for this Auburn team as well. They got to go on the road next week. Got to go to Oxford. We know Ole Miss puts up tons of points. This offense is struggling.
Pass is caught. Canella trying to get out of bounds. Alante Taylor with the tackle, gain of 4. This has been a program that last year was one to forget. We were doing the final regular season game of the year. Tennessee Vandy was just an interim coach with Brady Hoke. Just the attitude of the program was just in the cellar. Then the offseason problems with trying to find the AD. They get Philip Fulmer in there, calms everybody down. They hire Jeremy Pruitt. People started to feel like, okay, we've got a foundation. It's taken a while, but we're starting to see that unfold before our eyes today.
And that's one thing Coach Pruitt has always stressed is I'm trying to get these guys to play at a different level. I'm trying to change the culture, the attitude in which we just practice, let alone play games, but how we practice is a big part of how we're going to show up on Saturday. And they said we had to get it done Monday through Friday.
Davis out of bounds. Tennessee making some changes up front, getting some fresh bodies in there. 1:18 to go. Of course, the touchdown, onside kick.
Always a possibility. But they have to start throwing the football down the field. They've been throwing all these intermediate routes. They got to force it down the field sooner rather than later.
There they go. They find a little hole in that defense, and Miller fumbled it. Boy, he got walloped. He'll pop up, though. Big hit from Alante Taylor. So here we go. 1 minute and 12 seconds. Stidham to the back of the end zone, a little too high, and some big collisions. Hope everybody's all right down there. Boy, that was Sal Canella. Didn't have any time to put the brakes on.
But it's that time. Your throws have to be towards the end zone or in the end zone, at least with a minute to go in this ball game.
To the end zone, knocked out of bounds. Trying to hit Seth Williams, the 6'3" receiver. It's incomplete with 58 seconds to go. Stidham now 25 of 42, 297. Stidham dumps it off underneath, hits Miller, and that'll keep the clock rolling.
Dave, you know what's interesting? In the last two possessions, we haven't seen Anthony Schwartz on the field. He has been a guy that, after those big plays he made to get him down there, we haven't seen much of number 5 flash.
Well, they must have said he got out of bounds. I don't know. There's Schwartz right there as he continues to watch, but the clock stopped at 51 seconds. Fourth down. Stidham pump fakes. Pass is caught around the 10. They'll spot it at the 9, and that'll be a first down to Davis. Buchanan on the stop. So 44 seconds.
Now, if you're Chip Lindsey, you got to find your best play call here. It's usually a 2-point call. When you get down here, you got to find your best play call. You know that's going to work, get you in the end zone. But I believe every throw now has to be thrown into the end zone or really close where you can find a way to get in.
Stidham, end zone, and caught. Touchdown, Auburn. Seth Williams with the 14-yard touchdown catch with 37 seconds to play.
Well, you got 6'3" on the outside, 210 pounds on the outside. You give him a chance to come up with it, and he just basketballs the guy on the outside, goes up and get it. But hey, give your guy a chance. You got one-on-one on the outside. You got a bigger receiver going against Bryce Thompson.
Point after is up and good.
37 seconds remaining.
Well, here's the deal. Tennessee's been involved in some crazy games the last few years. None bigger than the Hail Mary at Georgia 2 years ago. Auburn with an opportunity for an onside kick and maybe a couple of throws to the end zone.
And here's a look at the last touchdown throw here. Seth going up and above. Bryce there. Just very physical play there. The tension's blaring there at the end, but Bryce Thompson 5'11", 180. You got Seth Williams over 6'3".
So Anders Carlson will have his hands on the football. And he'll try to somehow make this very uncomfortable for Tennessee's front line. Eight players on the front line for Tennessee. They'll have Jennings a little bit off on the near side. Callaway a little bit off that front line on the far side. And there it is. It is caught by Jawan Jennings, and that'll do it. Tennessee is going to snap their 11-game conference losing streak. They've been in this league since 1933, folks. Philip Fulmer, the former head coach and athletic director, has to be excited with the outcome here today.
What a display by Jeremy Pruitt and his team coming off this bye week, coming into hostile territory, and his team showing up, putting on a big-time performance like this one.
Garantano with a huge game. 21 of 32, 328, a couple of touchdowns. You saw some signs of life 2 weeks ago against Georgia on the road. Well, those signs came to fruition today here at Jordan-Hare Stadium. What a win for Jeremy Pruitt and the Tennessee Volunteers. 30-24, the final score. Let's go down to Dawn.
Coach, you get your first SEC win as a head coach, and these kids now break an 11-game SEC win streak. We saw you get emotional after the Georgia game. What are the emotions tonight?
Well, our guys kept playing hard. They've been doing it all season. They're improving every game. We're still making a lot of mistakes, but our guys are fighting, and that's what we want them to do. If they'll fight, we'll keep coaching them, and we'll try to get them to execute.
A guy that fought today, your quarterback, Jerrett Garantano, you said you wanted to see some personality of him. He had a career day. What'd you like about his performance?
Well, I thought our coaches on the offensive staff put in a really good plan, gave him an opportunity to have success. He done a good job executing the plan, and our guys protected him for the most part. Our wide receivers played really good out there, so it's a good team win.
Defensively, you take away that late score, and you have a shutout there in the second half. What was the key to their success?
Well, you got to give Auburn credit in the first half. A lot of different looks. We didn't execute as well as we would like to in the second half. It was much better. But we got to learn to finish. Got to learn to finish, okay? We got to do a better job in that last drive there.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
What a day for Tennessee football. They beat Auburn 30-24 is our final score. More great football coming up on the network, and we'll get you there right now as we'll send you out to Columbia, South Carolina, and Texas.